Now probably the question that is asked more than any other, based on our research, is revolves around licensing. You know, people are asking, do you need a license for a 2.2 air rifle? Do you need a license for an air rifle at all? Do you need a firearms certificate for an air rifle? You know, what license do I need to own an air rifle? And the answer for this is relatively simple, but basically the answer is yes and no. So if you live in in England or Wales, then the good news is that you don't need a license at all to own an air rifle that is less than 12 foot-pounds of power, or 6 foot-pounds for a pistol. You have to satisfy legal requirements with regards to age, but essentially you can own an air rifle in England and Wales without a license. Now in Northern Ireland it's a little bit different, because you are required to have a firearms certificate for any air rifle over 1 joule, which is about 3/4 of a foot-pound. And in Scotland you're required to have a what's known as an air weapon certificate, an AWC, for any air rifle or pistol over 1 joule or 3/4 of a foot-pound. Now, just to go into that situation in Scotland in a little bit more detail, to apply for an AWC, an air weapon certificate, you will have to go to Police Scotland and fill out what's known as an AW1 form. Now, in doing that, you are submitting yourself to a number of what the police call light touch checks. Now what that basically means is that they will carry out a number of checks on you to decide whether you are allowed to have an AWC and therefore an air rifle. Now an AWC applies to the person and not to individual rifles, so once you have an AWC then you can own more than one air rifle, and the AWC also includes is also inclusive of silencers as well. Now those checks, so basically you need to, or you will need to demonstrate in Scotland whether you have good reason for owning an air rifle. Now that could be that you want to shoot in your garden, and that your garden is sufficiently large enough, has a sufficient backstop, and that you can guarantee that a pellet won't leave the borders of your property. It could be that you have permission to shoot on someone else's land, either at targets or at a quarry, and again though you have to ensure that pellets stay within the bounds of that land. Or you could well be someone who is a member of an airgun club. All of those are good reasons. Now the second check is to make sure that you are a suitable person. Now that basically means that the police will conduct a criminal record search for you, and also a health check. So they will check whether there are any health conditions that you have, possibly mental health issues, that might preclude you from having an air rifle. Now as part of your application you must also provide a couple of passport photographs. One of those must be endorsed by someone that has known you for 2 years or more, who's not a relative, not a gun shop, and not a police officer as well. Now once you've filled in your form, sent off your photographs, then obviously the police conduct their assessment, and with luck you'll get your air weapons certificate and you'll be able to own an air rifle. Well, thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, please give us a like, maybe even subscribe. That way you'll get automatic notification of any new video content we put out. And if you have any questions you'd like us to have a go answering, drop us a line at alphamilitaria.com/AMA and we'll do our best. Thanks again.